Here we are then, Indianapolis, as we go back to 2007 for today's episode of the Retro Can I Beat the Pole Lap series. Now this is the last ever Grand Prix held at Indy, of course, at the Yard of Bricks. And this one is going to be us looking to beat the final pole man, Sir Lewis Hamilton, of course, in his debut season, rookie season, back in 2007. Now, today we're looking to beat a 1 minute 12.331. That was the time in Q3 set on race fuel. Hence why the lap times in Q2 were quicker. And the best time actually was, I believe, set by Alonso in Q2 at 111.926. So we have some quicker times available, but the Q3 time was set on the corresponding race fuel. Now, this is always tricky to get right because, as you know, the regulations were you do the lap with your race fuel, but you were allowed to basically burn fuel in Q3 as the drivers and cars would do. So it was a tricky one to get right. Either way, for the premise of this video, we're going to just probably run that race fuel as a baseline target. Now, we're currently on 80 litres of fuel. I've also gone for the hard compound tyres. I have no real baselines or expectations. We're just going to try and figure this out in real time. So we're going to move the bias down to 57 for this first lap and get a banker down and see what we can do here. Turn 1, bit of a blind entry, can't really see. 07, of course, also the last year where the cars had traction control before it got disabled for 2008, I believe. So far so good, car feels pretty intuitive to drive. Decent bit of downfalls on these. But we've got a very short gearbox. Bit of rear locking there as we head onto this short back straight. And then of course we have these Mickey Mouse, very awkward kind of hairpins. So we go for this left and then suddenly we arrive at this very tight right, followed by a very tight left. This is where the traction control will work very nice on the exit. And now we've got this kind of last, not the last corner efficiently, but the last corner where you need to brake. Therefore, I'll refer to it as the final corner. And now we rejoin the oval as we go flat in the opposite direction through the what is turn 1 in the Indy 500. Up to the line we go. First lap of the day is a 1:15.4, so we are just about over 3 seconds off. I will go for a second lap just to see if it helps and improves our time anymore. We've also got another lap of confidence under our belt, so we can start to push a bit more. I don't have the tyre temp graph or the delta graph up, so we'll get those up for the next run. Feels like I've got way more grip on this second lap. A little bit deep there. All good. Oh, okay, a little bit too rearward on the brakes. Let's make some adjustments. As I mentioned, the gearbox felt a little bit short, so we're going to up the final gear ratio by a click, which gives us 319 top speed, and we'll see how that feels. Now, tyres, we were on the hards, we'll try mediums on this one. Now, the fuel, Hamilton actually did a 20 lap first stint, so we need to actually go up on the fuel. So the estimation here is between 20.9 to 19.6. So I will go with 85 litres for now. Hopefully the estimation should become more accurate the more laps, more runs we do. Traction control is on setting 1, which is the strongest setting. And now the wing is where we want to try and maybe do a bit of something here. So we're going to go up on the front, down on the rear by a click respectively. Now, elsewhere, any other adjustments? Bias, we'll go 58. I was on 57 before, so 58 should hopefully be a good balance between front to rear locking. Elsewhere, all I want to do is lower the ride height. So we'll go down by 2 clicks on the rear and 2 clicks, actually 3 clicks on the front. And we'll see how this all comes together. Already rear locking on the outlap, so I'm going to 59. Now, of course, there was no KERS, no DRS, no ERS, no active aero, no MUM or manual override mode. Just good old-fashioned, naturally aspirated 2.4 litre V8. So we have the fuel. So if the tyre temps don't go hot, we can actually do a couple of laps here and see how we improve. braking very late for turn 1 there. We have a scruffy turn 2 and throw away the majority of our advantage. Turn 4's a bit awkward with the apex. Stay off the grass, flat through 5. Only marginally up so far, although we stay nice and tight through 6. 7 also looking good. Wink, wink. Now towards turn 8. Let's try and brake at the 50. This is where we spun last time. This time we just lock the fronts instead, which is better. And now through the hairpins, try and get through these as quickly as possible. Open up the taps earlier. And now the final corner. Oh, grass on the way in. We'll be able to recover this and go again. A little bit loose through turn 1, but we have a much tidier turn 2, although the exit wasn't great. Oh my god, yeah, the left rear has not recovered. Okay, I've tried to coast around, so hopefully this time, third time's the charm, and we can get a lap together here. A respectable lap, that is. That's what I'm talking about. Straight line braking for turn 4. Alright, that's a bit more like it. So far, so good. About the same as before, half a second up, give or take. Let's just not dip a wheel in the grass. And that will give us a decent bit of lap time improvement. There we go, nice tidy exit. And now we head to the line. Let's try and put this together. It's going to put us into the 114s. We'll see if we can try and eke a little bit more time out on the run to the line. Tight, shallow line. There we go, 114.7. Right, let's go for some soft tyres. Right, I'm going to readjust this gearbox. We're going to go up on the first 2 gears and 5th, and I'm going to shorten the 7th gear a little bit, and I'm going to up it in general, so that will give us a bit of a longer gearbox. Hopefully we can use 2nd gear a bit more, because I feel like we need it. Tyres, we're going to go for the softs. The fuel estimate has increased. We've got a bigger window, a bigger margin here, so we'll keep it the same for now. And yeah, I want to try softs and see how they go with the same setup. Right, this is starting to feel pretty nice. Soft tyres on, and I'm looking forward to this lap. This one could be pretty spicy. Again, minimal setup changes. It's what I like about these cars, man. It's just, you've got to drive them, and that's it. The current cars are way more meticulous and intricate. This is about having some fun. Right, turn 1. Braking in 3rd gear, then down to 2nd. Taking 2nd gear through turn 2. Not ideal through the grass there. I've got to try and stop doing that. Now with the slightly adjusted gears, we should be able to run 2nd a bit more. But we're still up in sector 1. It's a good start. Obviously, we need to find a bit more time. Still, we're a couple of seconds off. Bit of a slide into turn 6. Turn 7's looking good. 3.5 tenths up. We'll see if we try and get this into the 113s. Turn 8. Bit of a lock up in the way in there. Just had to delay getting the power down. Not the best line through these hairpins. That's going to hurt us on the exit right here. So we're back to where we were. 3.5 tenths up. Through the final corner. A bit more inside curve this time. Better line. And that gains us a little bit. We're going to just fall short, I think, of a 1 minute 13. But we'll be on a low 14. And that gets us within 2 seconds. So here we go. Through the final corner. Time to beat 12.3. And we're going to be on a 14.0 just. So within 2 seconds, 1.7 yet to find. So it's now time for some super softs. Now, I couldn't find any data online regarding what tyres they had available this weekend. My tyres, though, are a little bit cold. So because of that, we're going to make some adjustments. Now, we're going to throw a bit of camber on the front, also on the rear. Oh, that's too much. Let's go back down. Thank you. We'll go 2.4 on the rear, as the rear is quite low by default. Also on the toe, we'll up the rear to 12. This is going to generally just improve tyre temp, so better grip performance. Dampers will save to the end if we need a couple of tenths or like milliseconds, sort of small margins. Differential coast. Now this is quite high. I'm going to reduce it a little bit. This is going to help rotating the car when you're lifting and off throttle. We're going to also reset the bias to 59. And now really it's here, the suspensions. Now, front roll bar, I'm going to go down a little bit, 2 clicks. The rear, I'm going to go down by 4, so double that. And I'm also going to lower those wheel rates on the rear to basically have the rear end rotate some more. So let's give this a go. Now, the things we're going to start to mess with here is going to be fuel and wings for the remaining runs. I want to try and go for a couple of laps here, a multi-lap run, because I want to try and dull the track in a little bit. So let's look to improve and put a clean lap together with no mistakes. Turn 1, braking super late. I currently feel this super soft has supreme grip. 2 tenths up, we stay out the grass on the exit, which gains us even more time. A little bit of a understeer there, but look at that, it's a huge improvement in sector 1. And already those super softs are making a massive difference. Even like compared to the softs, they feel so much better. Through 6, 7, absolutely flying. Now towards turn 8. 4 tenths up. So where we got it wrong last time, we'll brake a little bit earlier, get our apex, and also open up this hairpin a bit more. Didn't really get the apex there, to be fair. But through here, we'll get a better line and suddenly gain a whole chunk of lap time. Final corner, kiss the apex. Use that little bit of exit curb. And this is going to be more or less getting us on the 1 second margin. Like I said, we'll go for a second lap. I want to see if the tyres grip and lap time performance is any better. There we go, 13.3, so we're literally just a second off, exactly a second off. Let's go again. Turn 1, braking late, still a very tricky corner to get right, blind entry. Turn 2, much better line this time. Trying to get the apex at turn 4, get back on the power earlier. And that worked pretty well for us. Right, this one's an awkward one. Turn 5, try and just drive the car into the apex. And now, of course, this is actually turn 7. Good run through there. Third gear working pretty well, and we're a 10th up. Let's push this one a bit more. Turn 8. Felt like we was a little bit conservative last lap through there. And I just get the car to the apex at this hairpin, which we do. I'm going to just correct my line a little bit, and we gain a bit more through there. Final corner, didn't really get the inside curve, but kept enough speed through the entire process. Just going to try and keep a tight line as we have this 2/10 advantage and buffer. As we head towards the line, just trying to hang on to it. It's going to be a 1:13.1, so that leaves us 8 tenths away now. So now gets to the point where we start to fine-tune this car to try and get this time. That curb didn't really help. That was a shame. Lost a 10th there. And I'm well deep. Well deep. Oh. Ooh, big slide there. That's not great. Decent last corner there. I thought I was going to touch the grass. We've got a bit less wing on this setup, so we may be able to dip into the 112s on this one. Yep, we're gaining now. There it is. There's the lap time. So the low wing, I've gone a bit lower. And we do get into the 12s. 6 tenths off. Oh, I've got to stop these slides, man. Right, I'll try one more. I just need to try and get a clean lap together, because even that 12.9 was a bit scruffy, as you saw. One day I'll get that apex. Always seems to be getting away from me. Turn 4. There we go. That's more like it. No sliding this time. Good bite on the front. Stable rear. Car doing exactly what I want through there. Just had to correct my steering input there. To the first part of the hairpin. Oh, I'm wide. Okay, there's a bit of time there. Bit of time, maybe a 7.7. I've opened up the traction control a little bit, so might be a bit more rear kick at certain corners, but I'm doing it because especially the 2 hairpins, I feel like we're just bogging down so much. The traction just cutting me out so badly. I feel like this way we can take a bit of risk. These 2 corners here, just feel like cutting the traction out will help a little bit. Look at that, look at the lap time. Lost a little bit on the exit there, but generally speaking, that was a an improvement and we go purple, so that kind of confirms. We are going to lose a little bit. I'm running a touch more front wing, so we're going to lose a bit to the line here. Quite a bit, to be fair. All good, though. That's going to be an improvement. We'll go for another lap. There we go. 0.8. Oh, bit of a lock on. Might lose the lap time because of that. Oh, loose. Oh, we're getting a bit. So we're getting a bit scruffy. Wide there as well. Oh. Woo. Now it's getting difficult. At the minute, there's probably like a 0.5. If I get a good lap, that still leaves us a 10th and a half off. So we need a little bit more. So we're kind of adjusting on the margins of the car setup. Oh no, 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 no. Ah, damn it. More time in that. Definitely. Yeah, there's like way more time in that. I just can't seem to put it together right now. Ah, damn it. That corner's so difficult. I feel like I'm struggling now. It's really weird. Even though there's a lot of time to find. Strange. Well deep. Oh, days. Nope, I just can't improve. I'm consistently stuck at this time at the minute. But we're lost. Struggling for an answer. Oh my god, where's that come from? Where's that come from? I was cooking, man. Oh, I think Hamilton's time is looking a bit difficult. A bit difficult. Oh my god, mate. Oh, I'm opening up the traction a bit, but it can snap now, it can go. Oh my god, I think we did it. I think we did it. Oh, yes. Come on. What a lap that was right there. Yep, Hamilton 331, 322. 9 milliseconds. Come on. Right, basically guys, copy what you're going to see on screen regarding setup. Custom gearbox with final ratio, super soft tyres with lowered PSI, fuel on 76 litres. I ran the math, we're running 3.8 litres per lap in this one, so you times that by 20, you get 76 litres. Traction, I ended up running it on 1. You could run 2 through the slow chicane, or the slow hairpin should I say, but ended up going with 1. Aero, 9 front, 3 on the rear. Very, very aggressive. The rear was very loose at times. Alignment also extremely aggressive on the camber. Then dampers. This is where the lap time came from. I tweaked the dampers. I mentioned before, I say every episode, we leave this to the end in case we need something. And today we did. And all I did was an actual click of difference. +1 on the front bump and -1 on the rebound for the front and the rear, and that gave us the lap time. Also 8 on diff power on the drivetrain. I also reset the diff codes to 40. Then 59 brake bias default. Suspensions, I changed pretty much everything here. I upped the front wheel rate, lowered the ride heights, dropped the roll bars front and rear, and yeah, the rest is default. Anyway guys, there we go. Really fun episode. Really enjoyed that one. Hopefully you guys did as well. If you did, leave a like on the video. Let's try and smash 1,000 likes on this one. Subscribe for more. Mods link down below in the description, you guys, at the bottom as always. Also, a massive shout out to my channel members. Check out the 2 videos on screen. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. And let's goodbye from me. Ciao, ciao.